Have you come into contact with someone who's tested positive for COVID-19?
I mean, I'm gonna go get tested today. We'll see.
2, 3. Perfect. Hold still for me.
All right, what's going on, friends? So, kind of an interesting spin of things. I woke up this morning with COVID-19 symptoms. So I was looking up the CDC. I woke up and kind of came on last night. I was out this weekend hanging out with friends. We got a boat, just interacting with a lot of different people. We found out that one person actually tested positive that was probably spread to everybody that was out there doing their thing. The symptoms say fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle and body aches, headache, loss of taste or smell. I still have a sense of smell. I don't have a cough. But I woke up and I was just sore. Like physically, I was really sore. I feel fatigued. I feel my throat more kind of swollen. And I also feel like my head is a little bit just kind of slow. So I'm gonna go through the process and go and get tested and see what happens. We're gonna document this, so I'll find out exactly what goes on with this. And obviously I will share my experience because it's kind of a wild one, and this is certainly something that's top of mind for a lot of people. So let's see what happens. So one of the things that you need to do if you find out you have this is get tested to see if you actually do. I think it's important to know that, probably for a variety of reasons. There's not really a formal treatment for it. I think ultimately, your health, your metabolic health, how clean and focused you are on your diet is gonna be the most important thing. Getting sunlight so you have good vitamin D levels. I have been on my computer and I'm going to search for me to get a test lined up. So I'm gonna go to Google. I'm gonna go to the maps on Google. UT Health was the place I called.
Thank you for calling the COVID-19 phone center triage.
UTF Austin, this is Sydney.
Hey Sydney, it's Kurt. I talked to you this morning briefly about potentially getting a test. Oh, I woke up with symptoms that seem like they might be correlated to COVID, so I did want to come in and get tested.
And so you first noticed those symptoms this morning?
I would say last night I started to feel soreness, fatigue, a bit of a sore throat. My head does feel like kind of a little bit of pressure, but I don't have a headache. I mean, it kind of feels like almost like I got the flu or something.
Have you come into contact with someone who's tested positive for COVID-19?
Not directly, but I know a lot of people indirectly who have tested positive.
Got it. Okay, so we're completely booked for today.
Okay.
But I can get you on the schedule for tomorrow. Does that work?
Yeah, what time tomorrow are you available?
Yeah, we could do like around 2, maybe a little bit before, or I have 2:10, 2:20, 2:30.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, 2:10 would be great. All right, day 2, potential COVID-19 symptoms. I slept well. I felt well. This morning I woke up, I wasn't feeling quite as sore. My throat and my kind of like my whole kind of respiratory area feels like it got like more swollen. There's more maybe things going on there. I had a 75 recovery on my aura, so it was lower even though I went to bed quite a bit earlier, fasted yesterday. So my body on there, it measured higher body temperature than normal. I don't feel like I have a real high fever, but I might have a slight elevated body temperature. So later today, I'll be going in, getting tested. We'll see what the results look like in a few days. I'll continue to kind of document how I'm experiencing the symptoms and how the whole thing is going and if I actually have this or not. All right, it is Friday, June, what do we got here? The 17th, 18th, 19th? I'm here with Eli, Dr. Cho, and Pico. We were all hanging out this weekend. Pico can't smell or taste anything right now.
No.
He lost his sense of smell. Eli's feeling all right, just a little loopy. A little sore throat. I have a bit of sore throat. We're on our way to get tested. We're gonna see what this process is like.
Yep. Looks good.
Awesome, man.
All right. I'll give this to you. So what I have you do is go ahead and pull your mask down. Have you ever had to do a nasal swab before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so it's quick. It's about 5 seconds. I'm gonna go in on one side. I'll go back, swab.
Okay.
It can't kind of burn, make your eyes water. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, did I already have you blow your nose?
No, but I did neti pot this morning. It's pretty clear right now.
Okay.
Blow it again.
Yeah, I'll just have you use the tissues, just kind of move some stuff around if we can, just for a couple seconds. Perfect. Okay. We'll make this quick. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Hold still for me. You good right there? Just a few more seconds, okay? All right, all done. Good deal. Okay. Now this will get sent off today. Results will come back in the next 24 to 72 hours. And as soon as they come back, you'll get a phone call, all right?
Awesome.
All right.
All right, what's up? Day 3 of COVID symptoms. Got tested yesterday. Woke up today, my readiness score is really high, so my body may be kicking it. I still feel soreness and congestion in my throat. Today I still kind of feel like out of it. Definitely feels like I have something that I'm kind of working through physically that is not just me being sore or tired, but like actually some sort of cold or infection, if you will, but it doesn't feel overwhelming by any means. I can still smell. I have had a light like kind of tickle in my throat, but I haven't had really any coughing. I normally don't have any sort of respiratory issue whenever I get sick. My respiratory system seems to be really robust in that respect. I felt the most sore the first day, and the second day was kind of like, I also felt a little bit more out of it, but today I feel a little bit out of it in my head, but physically I feel really good, and my readiness score overall feels good. So we'll see how it goes. Should get the results in the next day or two. So it's Saturday, and I'll update you all as soon as I get my scores. All right, day 5, COVID symptoms. I just got a call from UT Health, and I actually have COVID, tested positive for the RNA. So good chance I have it. What am I feeling? Well, my sense of smell has gotten pretty much non-existent, so I can't really taste or smell anything. I feel loopy in my brain, like my mind. So, I just kind of feel slow, a little foggy. My throat was less sore today than it was yesterday. I feel like Saturday night I had the kind of this crazy night of sleep, and it was probably that night where my body was really kicking it. One thing I've been doing very specifically is sleeping a lot, sleeping early, really respecting my body. So I've been making sure not to drink any sort of alcohol, take any drugs, do anything to my sleep regimen or my diet, so that my body isn't fighting other things and introducing other toxins to my body while it's fighting this. I'm just drinking water, eating real clean carnivore, just staying on the regimen and getting really, really strong sleep. And then also making sure that I go outside and actually get sunlight. No, I'm not going into public locations. I'm wearing a mask whenever I do go out, but I am actively seeking sunlight from my deck. I'm actively seeking sun if I walk around and find a place where I can just kind of sit with my shirt off to get sunlight. Vitamin D is super valuable. We know that there's some benefits there. So anyways, that's what's going on with me. 5th day, results came in, confirmed positive for COVID-19. SARS-CoV-2, I guess is what they're calling it. Overall, the main thing I've noticed is that I've lost my sense of smell, and I'm feeling a bit loopy. All right, so day 5, evening time, still feeling really good. Again, congestion, I think more than anything, it's the isolation aspect of this that's really kind of like the hardest part of everything. Sitting around, not being able to go outside, not being able to interact with anyone, it's tough. I do feel a little bit like I have a mini flu or something, but it just doesn't feel like it's overwhelming or that I'm going to, quote unquote, die. I just feel like I'm a little bit under the weather. And I guess that's saying something, because I usually don't get sick at all. Since I started the carnivore diet and I've really dialed it in, I really haven't gotten sick. And especially since moving to Austin, getting sunlight in my regimen, being outside, being active, and just drinking water and just staying clear and clean with all of that, for the most part, I've been really, really healthy. But this has kind of put me back. But again, it's not a huge thing. My recovery scores are high. I don't have a cough. I just have a bit of sinus. Really can't smell at all. I can't taste at all. And I heard that was kind of like a 2-day, maybe 3-day thing. So we'll see if it comes back. But this is day 5 in the evening. And for the most part, I've been productive, been a little bit slower in my mind, but overall I feel good. All right, day 6 COVID symptoms. And we're gonna wrap this first part of the series with this one. So I'm gonna give you a recount of the timeline and where I've been up to this point. Today I'm not feeling the best. I certainly don't feel like I'm borderline gonna die or anything like that. I just feel a little out of it. I didn't sleep as well. My score on my recovery went from like 95 down to like 81. Getting into bed at 10:15, I still didn't get quite as good a rest as I did the night before. And I did pretty much the same thing. I didn't work out. I just ate really clean, kind of kept to my regimen. But overall, there was just some issues with everything going on there. Gloomy day here in Austin, cloudy, not so nice. So a quick recap of the timeline. Last weekend, I was just quarantined. The weekend before, so we're talking about 10 days from today. This is Tuesday. I hosted a party on Saturday. Probably had 40 or 50 people here. Had a boat party with my neighbor on Sunday, and I mixed around with a bunch of people there. I probably contracted it around one of those two events. We also went out Saturday night to one of the local areas here Unbelievable. So there was definitely a good chance that there was just a lot of exposure, if you will. That happened over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Then Wednesday, I started feeling symptoms in the evening. Thursday, I woke up, I was like, all right, I got something. And Friday, I went and got tested. Saturday, Sunday, I quarantined, and I've been quarantined basically. And Monday, I got a call saying I had the results, and now we're at Tuesday. So I've really had symptoms since Wednesday. I've never really had much of a fever, no cough. I feel sore, foggy, kind of like I'm just out of it, but overall not too much to be really concerned about, just kind of just out of it. So I want to talk about my diet briefly. So I've been staying carnivore and for the most part maintaining the same amount of calories that I would normally eat, whether or not I was feeling symptoms from COVID-19. I've been eating raw liver, raw kidney, steak and egg yolks and some fat, some pork fat, beef fat in my mornings. And then in the afternoons, I'm usually taking the egg whites from those eggs and then mixing those with a couple other full eggs to make scrambled eggs. And I have been doing steak for the most part. A lot of it's roast because the flavor is pretty much non-existent. I can't smell anything. I really can't taste anything. I can just tell the texture. I'm not as hungry as I would be. Obviously, I'm not as active, so I'm not using as many calories. Overall, I've been staying very nose to tail carnivore. Supplement-wise, I'm not taking any sort of antiviral, any sort of acetaminophen, no aspirin, Tylenol, anything like that. Just getting the sunlight, drinking spring water, having some sparkling spring water, and then eating the nose to tail meals. And also being mindful to eat my meals earlier in the day so I can get the most optimal sleep that I can shoot for. That will be the update for now. Stay tuned. We're gonna do a part 2 of this and we will update you as I continue on this journey to battling COVID and getting rid of these symptoms and returning to normal health.